This is the Jay Pitt Show.
So listener question this week, they're asking how have the demographics changed of agents interviewing to be on your team? Are they newer agents, young, older? Is it different from what you've seen the last few years?
No, it's been pretty consistent. It's still new to the industry agents by and large. What I think I'm seeing is a mirror of 2007, 8, 9, where the market is slowing or has slowed, and agents that are slightly more successful are very resistant to change. What we saw back then, I pivoted the second I got in the business to bank foreclosure and REO and investors and lower price points, and just tried to follow the market of what was actually selling. It wasn't that challenging to find. And, I know agents that just doubled, tripled down on trying to find buyers for $500,000 new construction that just wasn't out there, and trying to, list overpriced property that was going to sit 90 or 120 days on the market and end with an angry seller. And agents went from, making $200,000 a year in commissions to literally having to get a job in retail to make ends meet. Nothing wrong with retail, but you're not making 200 grand. You're not making 100 grand working retail.
Yeah.
So I feel like, what you should be seeing right now is these 2 to 3 year in the business, somewhat successful young agents be looking for teams that provide lots of leads and using their sales skills to convert as many as they can. They need to look at this as a slight hiatus if the circumstances continue. Now, they could change tomorrow. We don't know. But if these trends we're seeing now continue, okay, fewer transactions being done by the top agents and teams, overpriced listings sitting for long times, consuming tons of resources in terms of marketing before selling, if they ever sell. If these circumstances continue, okay, and these agents don't shift, then they're going to be out of the business as fast as they got in, right, and had success. It's a slight hiatus. Here's what I think. I think early in your career, you bank as many transactions as you possibly can to grow your sphere of influence so that as the years progress, more of the business is inbound to you and more of your work is reliable, stoking the flame of being remembered at the right time. You can always do that work, whether the market's good or the market's bad. And if you join a team like mine or any other team that has plentiful lead sources, then you're still closing transactions. You're closing them at probably lower prices, at greater effort, okay, with lower net earnings, okay, after your splits. But, it's making the best of a tough situation. My dad used to tell me, we work harder for less money in bad markets. That's the reality of real estate. And I won't say it's a bad market yet, but for some it is. I just spent, 4 days in Vegas at the Remax convention, and, there was half the attendance there that there was the year prior.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean, the honeymoon is over, right? For those that have been in the business less than 5 years, okay, and never seen a tough market, the honeymoon is over. You got to work for it now. And if you're getting a lot of inbound sphere of influence business right now, then you've done a good job with the time you've had in the industry. All this can be overcome. Fortunes can be made in bad markets, but it takes more. It takes more effort. It takes more energy. It takes more money. It takes more intention. It takes more.
Yeah, and I would say for those agents that have been in the industry for 2-3 years, they've been doing a good job on their own. Joining a team's, it's not taking a step back.
It's not a demotion.
It's investing in your future. Close more deals. You might make less money, but if you do it the right way, those people will come back to you when the market gets good again.
But some people would rather drive Uber, along with not sell real estate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's a thing. It's a real thing. The human ego is a frail and fragile thing. And, it's hard to admit, right, that those transactions you did weren't you to an extent. They were the market. You had right time, right place, right skills. But those transactions would have been done with or without you.
Yeah.
And that's something I wrestled with early in my career and come to realize that I am a victim or a champion of circumstance. I did not create those transactions. You know, I may create a transaction here and there by, you know, convincing a wealthier person to invest in real estate and then finding something for them to invest in and then repeating that cycle. Maybe. But homeowners, you know, buyers and sellers, they do transactions based on timing and circumstance. Okay, their perception of the market, what the rates are, what their family's needs are, and they find someone. There's enough credible professionals out there that if you're not the one, they're still going to get it done. And the sooner you accept that, okay, and realize you don't have to be perfect, you just have to be better than the next option.
Yep.
Then you're going to have a ton of success in good and bad markets.
Tell you what I'm seeing a lot on social media is a lot more closing posts from the top producers and top teams and a lot less closing posts from the other agents.
It's fair.